Hello. Okay, today I will be dealing with the IPHS in primary health center. So before coming to the IPHS, let me explain what is the standard. What are standards? Standards are a level of quality healthcare facilities that you are expected to meet. Setting up a level of quality health care facilities you are expected to meet. So it can be flexible. Okay. So in view of the needs of the state, it can vary. So why do we need standards? So standard assures quality. You can manage a healthcare facility in good quality. Assures quality. Also assures effective, economical and accountable healthcare and optimal level of services. So it assures quality management as well as assurance, effective, economical and accountable healthcare and optimal level of services. So what are the considerations you take, you do when you are setting up standards for a healthcare facility? You look for the minimal resources which are available there, minimum functional level of the institution, and the standards for periodic monitoring. How can you monitor the services in that health center at state and central government level? Okay, so you look at the minimum resources available, functional level or minimum infrastructure, and the standards for periodic monitoring. So Indian Primary Health Service Standards (IPHS) was established in January of 2007. So it's a reference point for public healthcare infrastructure planning and upgradation in healthcare services. So you will see this upgradation in state and union territory levels. So there is a reference point for public healthcare infrastructure planning and upgradation. So the IPHS in primary healthcare center is our topic for today. So the concept of primary healthcare is not a new thing. The Boer Committee in 1946 gave the concept of PHC as a basic health unit to provide as close to the people as possible integrated, curative and preventive health care to the rural population with the emphasis on preventive and promotive aspects of health care. So in 1946 itself, Boer Committee gave this idea of primary health care. So primary health centers are the cornerstone of rural health service, because that is the first point where a qualified doctor comes in contact with the rural areas for the sick. So from the sub-centers, they come to the primary health centers for curative, preventive or promotive health care. So the PHC serves as a referral unit for 6 sub-centers and refer out cases to CHC. So from some sub-centers, from at least 6 sub-centers, people refer to the PHC. From the PHC, difficult cases go to the CHC. So that's a hierarchy. And other high order public hospitals like district hospital, sub-district hospital. So what are the problems faced by PHCs? The main problem is the non-availability of doctors. So even if doctors are posted, they don't stay in the quarters. So inadequate physical infrastructures, facilities, insufficient drugs, lack of accountability to the public, lack of community participation. And there's no standards. So Indian public health standards were recommended in the early 2007 itself. Totally IPHS, Indian public health standards, IPHS came for PHC also in 2007. So currently the IPHS for primary health centers has been revised in view of the resources available. I told you what all we had to consider: the resources, functional level of institution, and the periodic monitoring. So what are the objectives of IPHS for PHCs? To provide comprehensive primary health care to the community through PHC, to achieve and maintain an acceptable standard of quality of care, to make services more responsive, sensitive to the needs of the community. So community participation is essential. Okay. They should be more responsive and sensitive to the needs of the community. For that, we have to maintain a certain level of standard in the quality of care. So based on the service delivery, PHCs may be of two types, type A and type B. Type A, PHC with delivery load less than 20 in a month. Type B, more than 20 deliveries in a month. Okay. So what are the services? They are classified as essential for the minimum assured service or desirable, which the states and unitaries should aspire to. It is not essential. So you should have the essential services in all PHCs. Desirable is extra. If it is there, it is good. It is desirable. Okay. So coming to the infrastructure, the PHC should have a building of its own. It should be clean. Location should be centrally located. Facilities for electricity, road communication, adequate water supply, and telephone should be there. Okay. It should be well planned area, well lit, ventilated as much as possible. They should have a prominent signboard. You should be able to make out even from a distance the signboard. Okay. PHC should have a pictorial, bilingual, directional layout of all departments and public utilities like toilets, drinking water. Should be a barrier-free entrance environment for easy access for wheelchairs, structure, semi-ambulant, visually disabled, elderly persons as per guidelines of Government of India. So all these people should not have a barrier when they are coming to the PHC because of the infrastructure, because of the facilities there. It should not be difficult for them to access the PHC. Okay, the barrier-free access, but that's what it's called, barrier-free access to the entrance. Then disaster prevention measures should be there. That is, the building and the structure should be disaster proof, especially earthquake, flood proof, and should have adequate fire protection measures. There should be a separate waiting area with adequate space and seating arrangements. Posters showing the health education, booklets or leaflets should be there for the same purpose. Toilet with adequate water supply, males and females separate, safe drinking water. The OPD should have a separate area for consultation and examination. And the examination area, there should be adequate privacy. Should have natural light, air, ventilation. So there should be 4 to 6 beds in a PHC, separate wards for males and females with necessary furniture. OT is optional. Okay. For selected surgical procedures, vasectomy, tubectomy, hydrocelectomy. So if there is OT, they should have a changing room, sterilization area, operating area, and washing area. Okay. The labor room. They also died down the dimensions for the labor room, cold chain room, logistics, generator room, office room. This much detail is not needed. And the manpower. Manpower is important. So in type A, as well as type B, a medical officer MBBS is essential. But in type B, 2 medical officers, because one is essential, other one is desirable. You can have 2. And Ayush is desirable in both type A and B. So accountant should be there. Pharmacist should be there. Health worker, female, male, health assistant, laboratory technician, multi-skill group D worker, sanitary cum watchman. So if there are 2 medical officers, one of them ideally should be a female. Especially if the delivery caseload is more than 30. So whatever drugs are available in sub-center should be available in the PHC also. So the guidelines for infection control has to be followed here also. Periodic skill development training to the staff, and standard treatment protocol for all national health programs and commonly locally common disease should be made available at all PHCs. I've been to the PHC. PHC, you can see a booklet showing all this common disease conditions and how to treat them. Okay, that's standard treatment protocol for all of this. Regular monitoring are the important means. The internal monitoring mechanisms are there and external are there. Internal means you're keeping the records, you're checking it and supervising if it's being done properly. Then you're doing the medical audit, the death audit. And you do surveys of patients with OPD as well as IP patients. Okay. Then you issue the complaints and suggestions. Externals is through village health sanitation committee, nutrition committee. Then there is Rogi Kalyan Samiti, that is consumer grievance committees where they discuss the grievances of the consumers, of the patients. Okay. So every PHC should have a Rogi Kalyan Samiti, PHC's management committee for improvement of management, service professional PHC as per the guidelines of Government of India. The Charter of Patients' Rights should be available in each PHC. Okay. So what is IPHS? Why do we need IPHS? The IPH standards of the primary health care. What are the considerations you see when you set up IPHS in PHC? And how do you do monitoring? So they can ask a short question or as a question also. It's very important. Not only PHC, subcenter, CHC, anything can be asked. Okay. So look at the manpower. What is essential? What is desirable? That's also important. You should be knowing that. Any doubts? Please approach me. Dr. Sandra, come to this. Okay, please answer the Google Forms and I'll be sending along with this chapter so that I can mark the attendance. Okay, thank you very much.